Good morning. Today we are going to work on lesson 4, the multiplication table of 2. That means we're going to practice multiplying by 2's. There are 2 watermelons in each box. Here's the box and the 2 watermelons. One box multiplied by 2 watermelons equals 2. How many watermelons are there in boxes? How many watermelons are there in one box? 1 times 2 is 2. How many watermelons are there in 2 boxes? So if one box has 2, here's another box. That means every box is going to have 2. 2 boxes would have 1, 2, 3, 4 watermelons. Find the number of watermelons if there are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 boxes. So if one box has 2, 2 boxes have 4, 3 boxes would have, there's my third box, 2, 4, 6. I'm going to write my answer right underneath. Do you see the pattern? 2, 4, 6. How many in 4 boxes? 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. How does the total number of watermelons change when the number of boxes increase by 1? So every time the boxes increase by 1 number, the watermelons increased by 2. And that's because there were 2 in every single box. Let's look at the next page. Here we have 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 2 is 10. 6 times 2 is 12, 7 times 2 is 14, 8 times 2 is 16, 9 times 2 is 18, and 10 times 2 is 20. Notice on this side, every time the numbers are growing by plus 1. One more box, one more box, one more box. Every time the box increases by number 1, our answer is increasing, meaning the total number of watermelons are increasing by 2. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Here it says 3 times 2 is equal to 4 plus what? 3 times 2 is 6. We know that if this side of the equation is 6, this side also has to be 6. 4 plus what number gives us 6? 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. Let's look at this one. Here are my 2 equations. 2 times 6 is 12. That means this side also has to be 12. 10 plus what number is 12? 2. 10 plus 2 is 12. Let's look at the last one here. There's my 2 equations. 2 times 9 is 18 equals, this side also has to be 18. 20 minus what number gives us 18? 20 minus 2 is 18. It says, what do you notice about the ones digit in the products? So I'm looking at the ones digit in the products. Remember, the product is the answer to a multiplication problem. And here's what I'm seeing. 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. That means that all the products, any multiple of 2, will have either a 2, a 4, a 6, an 8, or a 0 in their ones place. They will either have a 2, 4, 6, 8, or a 0. Let's go ahead and turn to the next page. Here it says count by twos all the way to 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And each time we went up by +2. That should be pretty easy. I know you all know how to count by twos, right? 2 times 2 is 4. That means 2 groups of 2. 4 times 2 is 8. It's 4 groups of 2 each. 4 groups. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4. And they all have 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. Use array dot cards to show the dots. To show the totals. Inside the folder that we sent home, you have a sheet that's called array dot cards, and they're by 2s. Some of them are by 10s and by 5s. Today you need the ones that are by 2s. They kind of look like this. So you would cut that out to help you use and solve for these multiplication problems. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my array card right here. It says use the dot cards to show the totals. 5 times 2. I'm going to show the total of 5 times 2 on my array card right here. That's saying there's 5 groups of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That is how I show my answer 10. And then I'm going to write my answer 10 right here. And then I'm going to erase this. And do that again for 10 times 2. That means I'm looking for 10 groups of 2. 1 group, 2, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5, 6 groups, 7, 8 groups, 9 groups, 10 groups of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So 10 groups of 2 gave me the number 20. 6 groups of 2 is next. Before I can do that, I need to erase this. And I'm going to show 6 groups of 2. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, Group 5, Group 6. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 6 groups of 2 equals 12. Next, we have 9 groups of 2. I know that is 6, so I'm just going to keep going. 6, 7, 8, 9 groups of 2. Here's what that would look like. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So 9 groups of 2 is 18. Next, we have 7 groups of 2. We're going to show 7 groups of 2. Here's my 7 groups of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 7 groups of 2 is 14. And the last one I'm going to show is 8 groups of 2. This was already 7, so I'm going to circle one more group to make 8. This is what 8 groups of 2 looks like. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16. So 8 groups of 2 is 16. They're showing how you can make the groups. So instead of circling them like I did, especially since yours is not laminated, you can show your groups of 2 on your array using another sheet of paper, just like they're doing. I'm going to use an index card to show you. So for example, if you were going to show 8 groups of 2, you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hold it down and say this is 8 groups of 2, and then count them by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay? Now let's do number 4. It says 8 children each have $2. 8 children, each of them have $2. How much money do they have altogether? 8 children, 8 groups of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I cover that up. And now I count them by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So here, I'm writing my 8 groups, which represents the 8 children, multiplied by $2 each equals 16. They have $16 altogether. And the last problem on this page, 2 people are in each kayak. So each kayak has 2 people. How many people are in 7 kayaks? That means there's 7 groups of 2 people. So I'm going to look for 7 groups and show it on my array. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups of 2 people each. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14. How many people are in 7 kayaks? 14 people are in 7 kayaks. Okay? Great job, you guys. That is the end of our lesson. That was a quick one. Nice and easy. That was lesson 4. Now we're going to look at our workbook, lesson 4. Okay, so now we're going to open to exercise 4 in your workbook. I'm not going to do this with you in front of the camera today. I want you to do this all on your own, which is pretty easy. All you're doing is making the multiplication sentences and writing the products here. And you have your dice that looks like dice with the 2s for you to help count and get to the answers, okay? And then here it says the ones digit in the products of 2R. Remember we talked about that in our textbook. After you write all of your products, you can go back and look at the ones digit again and see what you notice and write that down here at the bottom, okay? And then turn to the next page. And on this page, you are going to practice. It says 2 times 2 equals 2 plus 2 equals something. Just remember the equal signs and that these are separate equations and that all sides must be equal because there's an equal sign. So always just kind of underline them, solve them, and write your answers on the bottom. Like 2 times 2 is, has to be equal to 2 plus 2, equals. So 2 times 2 is 4, 2 plus 2 is 4, equals, then you would write 4. Okay, you can do these on your own. Here it says there are 2 socks in each pair of socks. Find out how many socks are in 7 pairs. You're going to write your whole equations here. And then the last one at the bottom, it says circle products of 2. Remember, product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So for example, 2 times 5 is 10. 10 is a product of 2. If the number 10 was here, we would circle it. How can you know if these are a product of 2? You can tell by looking at the ones digit. And remember what the ones digit of products of 2 look like. So you can always go back to this page and look at your ones digit or your answer that you put down here. Let me move this so you can see it. You can look at the numbers that you put here. Whatever is at the ones digit, you can cross-check with the numbers here. So for example, 2 times 10, a 0 in the ones digit tells me that 10 is a product of 2. So any number with a 0 is a product of 2. So you're going to circle that, okay? I did 1. Go ahead and find all of the others. When you're finished, take pictures of your work, upload it onto the Google Classroom, and I will check to see how you did. Great job. Have a great day, sweethearts. See you tomorrow. Bye.